Nestled on the outskirts of Luling and Lockhart, is the beautiful and quaint chapel on Mayberry Hill. A tiny wedding chapel specializing in micro-weddings, vow renewals, officiant services, and as a photography venue. The chapel is both rustic and elegant, as it sits atop the wooded grounds of a private residence. Named after the homestead and hill it rests upon, the chapel features a cedar accent wall, stunning cedar slatted high ceilings, genuine hardwood floors, and beautifully restored stained glass windows. The Mayberrys are both ordained ministers and enjoy the opportunity to provide small, affordable and stress-free micro-wedding ceremonies, with a wide range of services and all-inclusive packages. Follow the chapel on social media or see their website at chapelonmayberryhill.net.
The management and the staff of the Luling Foundation Farm are striving to produce the safest and best quality Angus beef possible for their customer. This beef is grown locally on the best forage and feed available in the most humane way possible. The Foundation Farm is doing everything they can to produce an excellent beef eating experience for their customers. Please call for current prices and availability at 830-875-2438. Thanks for considering our product. L&S Mexican Restaurant is located on 310 East Pierce Street in Luling, Texas. L&S have a rotating daily breakfast and lunch specials. Steak ranchero tacos on Mondays from 5 to 11 a.m. And cheeseburger and fries combo with medium drink on Wednesdays from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Along with a full menu of the finest of Mexican foods. L&S offers great service with a family-friendly environment. So, grab the family and head on over to L&S Mexican Restaurant.
Here at Magnolia Mart, we proudly offer the Luling area unforgettable Mexican classics, including breakfast tacos, lunch tacos, and quesadillas. We use only the freshest ingredients to bring you authentic, unparalleled Mexican flavors. At Magnolia Mart, we have created a menu that is sure to make for an unforgettable dining experience. If you are looking for authentic Mexican flavors such as our birria taco plate special, we have on Fridays and Saturdays, you have come to the right place. Magnolia Mart is located at 702 East Houston Street. For an extra treat, when the Luling Eagles football team wins, you win. One free breakfast taco with up to 2 toppings on Saturday mornings, up until noontime. Go Eagles!
Good times with great people. We all have memories of sitting on the front porch with our parents and grandparents, surrounded by friends, having a good time. At Mom's Front Porch, we are recreating that atmosphere, where you can share a sweet treat or ice cream with the kids or grandbabies, or relax with friends over a cup of coffee. Our ever-changing menu includes everything you may need to start your day off with some good treats. We love spending time with our lovely guests and providing them with great food and environment that feels just like home. So come on over to Mom's Front Porch, we can't wait to welcome you into our own little world of happiness. Mom's Front Porch is located at 401 East Davis Street.
Come on down, Uncle Wiggly's in town. Hot and delicious, it's the best around. They got burgers and Bluebell and so much more. Retro wrestling and music, there's fun in store. So come on down to Uncle Wiggly's at our Luling store.
Nestled on the outskirts of Luling and Lockhart, is the beautiful and quaint chapel on Mayberry Hill. A tiny wedding chapel specializing in micro-weddings, vow renewals, officiant services, and as a photography venue. The chapel is both rustic and elegant, as it sits atop the wooded grounds of a private residence. Named after the homestead and hill it rests upon, the chapel features a cedar accent wall, stunning cedar slatted high ceilings, genuine hardwood floors, and beautifully restored stained glass windows. The Mayberrys are both ordained ministers and enjoy the opportunity to provide small, affordable and stress-free micro-wedding ceremonies, with a wide range of services and all-inclusive packages. Follow the chapel on social media or see their website at chapelonmayberryhill.net.
We're back here on the Luling Eagle Sports broadcast. Moved over to pod number 6 of this 2024 Luling Holiday Classic. Going to get started here shortly. Had to tell Sebastian was going to try to help with the concession stand. He said they needed help over there, and as Industrial scores the first 2 points. And I said, I need you here. Please tell them that. I said, we don't have anybody else to run the camera, right, at least right now, until as Lopez drives into the lane for Industrial. 4-0, quick 4-0 lead for Industrial. Ball inbounded. I'm assuming he got permission as Barr comes the other way and over to Alvarez, who scores for Hondo. And a drive into the lane, that was a miss. That was Alexander for Industrial, misses. At 7:09 left here in the first period. Whistle. Be a turnover, going to go over to Hondo. And this will be Rivera inbounding it. And Alvarez throws it away. Make sure I got those two right. I had them mixed up yesterday. I believe 3 is Alvarez and 23 is Rivera. And it's a shot good from Hondo. Makes the score out maybe the wrong side because it's 6-2 favor Industrial. Yes, actually it was Industrial that scored that basket. Had the wrong side. Lopez with a rebound for Industrial, gets it to Sykes. Over to Alexander. And back to Koenig. Alexander with it. Alexander drives in and he misses. Rebound by Hondo. And miss, or actually it goes in. See if it's going to be an and one. Let's see. Yes, it is. Hondo scores there. And as I mentioned, let's see, I had 3 Alvarez and 23 Rivera. I do have it. So this is Alvarez, Colton Alvarez, to shoot a free throw and misses. Lopez coming the other way, and it's off the rim and then out. And there's a whistle. Going to get a foul. At 6:02 left. And Rivera inbound. Barr with it. Barr is, see, it's going to be a foul, I believe. Yes, it is. So Barr will go to the line. This is Mason Barr. M-A-S-O-N, first name. So 2 shots. First one on the way is up and good. And again, if Industrial holds on here and wins this contest, they will be playing Karn City later on for the championship. But just getting going here, so a long way to go. So Barr hits that one, ties it up at 6. Coop has it, and then over to, that's number 1. Van Duren Fuller's in. And this is Hunt, and it throws it out of bounds. One is Franz for Industrial. Oh, they didn't throw it in. I already started the clock, so I'll have to get that fixed. So my clock will be a little bit ahead because of that. In case you're not aware, the clock doesn't officially start till someone touches the ball on the court. So this is Franz over to McMullen, and then over to Hunt. Van Duren Fuller has it now. Back to Hunt. Over to Franz. And inside, I think Van Duren Fuller had it and lost it. Mason Barr comes away with it for Hondo. And a ball fake there, but he misses. Rivera got it, and he missed. And the ball's going to go back to Industrial out of bounds. Oh, we got an injury here. Let's see, Barr, yeah, he's limping. So we'll see our trainer again, Casey Harrell, shout out to her here at Luling ISD. And we got an injury. They did sub Barr out, so he can be checked out. So ball being bounded by Coop. And I'm going to let the clock catch back up. There's a whistle. And thanks to when it stopped, I'm even now. So I'll start it on the next, as soon as the ball is touched on the court. There it is. 33 for Hondo in. And this is Schulte, Gavin Schulte, over to 20, and 20 misses on a runner. And I think we're going to get a jump ball here. And the jump ball is going to be in the favor of Hondo. So the next one will be Industrial. McMullen has it for the Cobras. Over to Van Duren Fuller. Back to 32. 32 is Riddle. I don't think he played any yesterday. At least I don't remember it. So when McMullen loses it, coming the other way is Schulte for the Owls, and he lays it up and it's no good. Rebounded by Hunt for the Cobras. Over to Coop. For the Cobras only have the last names again. That's all they put in the book. But I did get a roster for Hondo, so I do have both first and last names. And this is Riddle, and he misses high off the backboard and then rebounded by 33 for Hondo. Up the floor to Schulte, over to number 5. Seeing a couple of guys I didn't remember from yesterday for Hondo, 33 and 5. There's a whistle. Apparently the ball went in. I didn't see it, but actually it was a charge. No, it did not. So score still tied at 6. We're at 3:31 left here in the first period. Okay, and then we got something going wrong here. Apologies there. We apparently someone had a medical alert here, so that's what the stoppage in play was. So the scores table got alerted. So, but he looks fine. The alert that I'm not sure if he hit a button, something that inadvertently or what happened, but he looks to be fine. I mean, they checked him out. I mean, I'm looking at him right here in front of us. You could probably see him there on the camera. See Sebastian. Yeah, there he is right there. He's going to be there right behind the scorer's table, that gentleman there. So he looks fine to me. I don't know, just not sure what happened. I don't know if it's an automatic thing or what exactly happens on that. But all's well, so we're back to action here. So it wasn't an actual player on either team. It had me concerned because I remember Barr going out a minute ago, and I thought maybe he had some kind of issue. And but I do see Casey Harrell has him over there on the side. You can't really see him too well, but I think she's trying to wrap his ankle, what it looks like anyway, or check his ankle out for sure. So McMullen with it. Over to Van Duren Fuller. And pass inside to Van Duren Fuller, and that's a layup, and that's good. Makes the score 8-6. Oh, and get hit hard, but no foul called there. And the ball rebounded by, and that was Benavides. That's Andrew Benavides, 33 for Hondo. Van Duren Fuller goes up and scores again. The ball being bounded by Hondo. And 20 is Sanchez with it. And he loses it off his foot. And McMullen comes up with it for Industrial. Industrial, one of the things they do is they make mass substitutions. Hondo does the same thing, so mass substitutions both ways. So the referee looking for somebody to inbound the ball, and it's going to be Alexander, looks like, for Industrial. Gets it over to Lopez. Blocked there by Rivera. Derek Rivera for Hondo on the block. Good job there by that young man. And Alvarez has it over to Rivera. Rivera and shoots it and misses. Rebound. Alexander coming the other way for Industrial. Gets it over to Warren for a three. That's no good. He gets his rebound over to Lopez and lost out of bounds. It's going to go off, however, off Alvarez for Hondo. So 2:09 left here in the first period, and there's a three, and that's good. So 3 more points for the Cobras. Oh, and again, well, the clock is running this time. And I was thinking I needed to stop it, but no. It's going to be a timeout called by Hondo. They had to do it, or they were going to get a 5-second call. So take one off their tally. That's the first one for either team this game. Takes Hondo down to 4. So, of course, the coach is not happy to have to burn a timeout there, but he'd rather do that than give up the possession. So 13-6 in favor of Industrial. And, again, if they do come out on top here, they will be the first place, I guess you'd call it. They'd be in first place, basically, in Pool A, and they would take on the Karns City Badgers, who already wrapped up Pool B earlier with a win over the Bloomington Bobcats. So this will be Rivera inbounding the ball over to Schulte, and then to Quintanilla, who's in. Quintanilla drives in and gets it over to Alvarez. Alvarez with it, no good, but he does draw a foul. So this is Alvarez, Colton Alvarez. Free throws no good. That's Kolten on that first name. So second free throw is on the way for Alvarez. And no good. It rebounded by Schulte, however. And over to Quintanilla for a three. That's no good. Rebounded by Alexander for Industrial. Gets it over to Warren. Back to Alexander. Over to number 30, who's checked in. And over to Warren on a layup is good. Hondo coming the other way with it. Oh, and almost a travel. I think he did get called. That was Alvarez. He got called for a travel with 1:17 left here in the first period. Ball inbounded. And this is Sykes with it. Gets it over to 30. Let me get a name on that young man. That's Blackwell. And I believe this is his first action of the tournament. I don't remember him playing any yesterday. Or if he did, it was very little. And this is Warren in the corner for a three. That's no good. Rebounded by Quintanilla for Hondo. Coming the other way. Whistle, no good on the shot, but he does get fouled. There's 44.5 left here in the first period. Again, Industrial leading 15-6, trying to punch their ticket to the championship game versus Karn City. First free throw is up and good for Quintanilla. Makes a score 15-7. And second free throw is good. And this is Alexander with it. And then over to Koenig. Out front to Sykes. Over to Alexander in the corner for a three. That's no good. Rebounded by Quintanilla for Hondo. He's coming the other way. Quintanilla shoots it. No good. Rebound by Blackwell. Over to Koenig and then over to Alexander. And floater by Alexander is no good. Rebounded by Schulte. Oh, and it's taken away by Alexander. And over to Sykes in the corner and then over to Koenig. Koenig with a runner is good. Coming the other way is Rivera, and that's the end of the first period. Your score is going to be the Industrial Cobras 17 and the Hondo Owls 8. So we'll take a brief break here and come back shortly on the Eagle Sports broadcast. Well, let's see. We'll run the commercial for, let's see here. We'll run the one for L&S Restaurant. And, of course, L&S is closed right now, but they will be back open on January 2nd to serve you. So stay tuned here on the Luling Eagle Sports broadcast.
L&S Mexican Restaurant is located on 310 East Pierce Street in Luling, Texas. L&S have a rotating daily breakfast and lunch specials. Steak ranchero tacos on Mondays from 5 to 11 a.m. And cheeseburger and fries combo with medium drink on Wednesdays from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Along with a full menu of the finest of Mexican foods. L&S offers great service with a family-friendly environment. So, grab the family and head on over to L&S Mexican Restaurant.
And we're back here for this second period in game number 11 of the 2024 Luling Holiday Classic. And Hondo with the ball. 12 with it over to 20. That's Garcia, and then knocked away. 35. There's a whistle. You got some new players in for Hondo, so let me go ahead and I'm trying to find my roster here for Hondo, as Coop has it for Industrial. And this is McMullen over to Blackwell. And Blackwell with it, he gets fouled. I got a little behind the clock, so I'm going to let it catch back up. 7:08 left here in the second period. So there we are, 7:08. So this is Blackwell going to the line. Actually, Riddle, I'm sorry. 32. Blackwell is 30. And free throw is good. Makes the score 18-8 in favor of the Cobras. Free throw is no good there. Rebound by the Owls. So 33 with it now, and there's a whistle. And going to get a foul. That's Benavides. 35 is Lopez Decker. Peru, B-R-U-E, first name, Lopez Decker. And then Alex Garcia, 12 for Hondo. And then Tapia is in there as well. That's him with the ball right now. Andrew Tapia, number 5. So over to Benavides. And a miss there by Tapia. Coming the other way is McMullen, and he misses. Rebound fought for, and it's going to be a double dribble. 6:28 left here in the second period. So Rivera inbounding. Barr's back in, so apparently that young man's okay. And no good. I think he got a tape job by the trainer over there, and you'll do wonders for you. At least that's what I've heard. So Van Duren Fuller. It's over to McMullen. McMullen loses it, but Coop, his teammate, got it back, and he's guarded out there. It's going to be a whistle and going to be a foul, I believe. Like that's Alvarez with his first foul for the Owls. And the whistle, stoppage play there. 6:02 left here in the second period. McMullen with it. Over to Riddle, and Riddle has it blocked. Mason Barr coming the other way with it for Hondo. Over to Quintanilla. Quintanilla with a floater, no good. But it's a foul. So Quintanilla will go to the line to shoot free throws. That's Josiah Quintanilla. Josiah on that first name. Free throw up and no good. We're at 5. Oh, the clock is running. Oops, my clock is. Should have been stopped. So I'll let it catch back up shortly. Free throw up and no good. Rebounded by Warren for Industrial. Over to Lopez. And in the basket good for the Cobras. Got the clock caught back up, so started back up on my end. Rivera with it. He gets blocked by Lopez, I believe it was. And coming the other way are the Cobras. Sykes with it. Lays it up and misses. Barr rebounds it for the Owls. Coming the other way. Over to, and Rivera loses it. He gave it to Rivera off his hands. And then Koenig gets knocked down. Schulte comes up with it. Got a lot of collisions going on. And turnover. Ball inbounded to Sykes. Over to Lopez. Over to Koenig. Koenig drives in, has it knocked off the hands of Lopez, and out to outside here beyond three-point line. Alexander has it over to Lopez. And Lopez misses. Rebound by Rivera. Over to Alvarez. Over to Barr with a two-pointer. It's just inside the three-point line, and it's good. Makes the score 20-10. Alexander with it. Bringing it up the floor, guarded by Quintanilla. And pass to Warren. He almost lost it, but he did corral it before it went out of bounds. And 3 for Alexander misses, and it goes out off of Alvarez, I believe, for Hondo. So it'll stay down here with the Cobras. And we're going to get a timeout here. I think this timeout is Industrial. Let's see. The referee will signal it here shortly. Yep, it is Industrial's timeout, so we'll take it off their tally. So I believe that's one either way now. Yes, it is. 4 timeouts left in both directions. So, again, if the Cobras do hang on, and again, they're ahead by 10 at the moment, they will advance to the championship game to take on the Karn City Badgers. And if you weren't with us in the earlier pod this morning, the order has been determined from Pool B play. Karn City finished with a perfect 3-0 record. They'll be in the championship. Yoakum went 2-1. Their only loss was to Karn City, and they'll be in the third-place game. Bloomington, with their only win being against Prairie Lee in that pool, went 1-2, so they'll play in the fifth-place game. And then Prairie Lee, the aforementioned Prairie Lee, will play in the seventh place. They're calling it the consolation here, the 2024 Luling Holiday Classic. So that'll be the order on Pool B. We're trying to determine the order on Pool A. And, again, if the Cobras win here, it'll be a perfect 3-0 for them, and they'll take on the Badgers in the championship. And Hondo, the only win so far in the tournament is against actually, they did. I'm sorry. I have to think about that again here in a minute. Hondo, I know, defeated Luling yesterday, so they did get that win. Passed inside. They lost to Flatonia is what it was. That was the second game of the tournament. So Flatonia will play the next game against Luling. Alexander has it over to Lopez, and it's knocked away. And Garcia came up with it and goes out of bounds. And let's see, it's going to stay with Hondo, I believe, on this far end. There are 3:32 left here in the second period. 3-pointer on the way from Quintanilla is no good. Rebounded, and Alexander comes up with it for Industrial. Alexander bringing it up the floor and guarded by Barr. Barr doing a good job there. Gets it over to Koenig. Koenig with it, and it's going to be a travel on Koenig for the Cobras. So Rivera inbound, gets it to Quintanilla. Over to Alvarez. And over to Garcia. Quintanilla. Quintanilla over to Barr, over to Rivera, who shoots a jumper, and it's good. Derek Rivera for the Cobras. Brings them within single digits, 20-12. It's D-E-R-E-K on that first name. I have a younger brother that spells his name the same way. Layup, and it's and one for the Cobras, apparently, as Alexander drives in and scores. Now back up to double digits for as far as a lead for the Cobras, 22-12. Free throw on the way and good. Another point there for Alexander. Ball inbounded to Quintanilla. Oh, out off of the hands of Barr, and turnover for the Owls. 2:27 left here in the second period. I'll back it up a little bit for you there on the clock. Ball inbounded. Sykes with it. There's a whistle. So a foul on 24 for the White. That's Hondo. That's going to be Schulte, Gavin Schulte, with the foul there. So ball being bounded over to Lopez. Lopez is open and he scores. Makes the score 26-12. I think I missed their free throw earlier. This is 15. A jumper bounces around and falls through for Hondo. That was Elizondo, Luis Elizondo for Hondo. Alexander with it. Whistle. So Alexander will go to the line again to shoot. Actually, I guess I had the score right. It's back to 25 now. Someone over there to score. Sable, come on, Tricia Calloway. You got to get it right over there. Changed it based on what you had on the board, and then you changed it back on me. Now it's 26 as Alexander makes that first free throw. Second free throw is good as well. Ball inbounded and turned over as that was Garcia that had it knocked away, Alex Garcia. And over to Alexander and then inside, and that's good. It's going to be a and one as well, I believe. That's Lopez that scores that one for the Cobras. It's almost at the end of the first half of this game number 11 of the 2024 Luling Holiday Classic. Third game today. So we got 5 more to go. Free throw on the way is good. Ball inbounded. Barr with it. Over to 5, that's Tapia. Over to Quintanilla. And over to Barr. Barr with over to Quintanilla. Quintanilla with a long 3, and that's good for Josiah Quintanilla. Makes the score 30-17. They'll need a few more of those with some defensive stops if they're going to get back in this game, and that helps there as Lopez misses a layup. Quintanilla coming the other way, jumper, and that's good. 5 quick points there for Josiah Quintanilla for the Owls. Brings his team back to within 11. Sykes with it for Industrial. Gets it over to Van Duren Fuller, who lays it up. He misses. Rebound, and that was Coop, and Coop had his shot blocked. Quintanilla coming the other way, got the hot hand. Made the last 2 baskets for his team. Barr has it. Try to get it back to Quintanilla. Another 3 on the way, but this one's going to miss. And then out of bounds. A good try there by Tapia to try to save it, but unfortunately he could not. Got a little bit ahead on the clock again. It's 26.9 officially. Let me see if I can back it up to 27 since we're waiting to inbound here. There we go. So I got it. 20 with it for, I believe this is his first action for Industrial. I'll get you a name on that young man here in a minute. There's a whistle, a foul. '20 is Galbraith. His first action in this game. He played some yesterday, at least that I can remember anyway, for today. And miss on a free throw. That's 2 Alexander at the free throw line. Free throw on the way and good. Ball inbounded to, and that's a foul. It was to Alvarez, and then Alvarez got it over to Barr, and then Barr, I believe Barr got fouled. So we're at 14.5 left here in the second period. Again, the score 31-19 in favor of the Cobras, and missed free throw there, so it stays that way, 31-19. See if the Allison cut the lead down to single digits for the half. Arrives. And there's a free throw. That's good. That'll help. All inbounded. Down to the final seconds. Alexander has it. Gets it over to Galbraith and knocked away by Barr. See if he can come up with it. And Quintanilla is going to lay it up, and he misses, however, right at the buzzer. That could have cut the lead down to single digits for Hondo right before the halftime arrived, but it did not, so he missed. So we are at halftime here in game number 11 of the 2024 Luling Holiday Classic. Your score is Industrial Cobras 31 and the Hondo Owls 20. So we're going to take another brief break, run some more commercials for you. Stay tuned here on the Luling Eagle Sports broadcast.
Nestled on the outskirts of Luling and Lockhart, is the beautiful and quaint chapel on Mayberry Hill. A tiny wedding chapel specializing in micro-weddings, vow renewals, officiant services, and as a photography venue. The chapel is both rustic and elegant, as it sits atop the wooded grounds of a private residence. Named after the homestead and hill it rests upon, the chapel features a cedar accent wall, stunning cedar slatted high ceilings, genuine hardwood floors, and beautifully restored stained glass windows. The Mayberrys are both ordained ministers and enjoy the opportunity to provide small, affordable and stress-free micro-wedding ceremonies, with a wide range of services and all-inclusive packages. Follow the chapel on social media or see their website at chapelonmayberryhill.net.
The management and the staff of the Luling Foundation Farm are striving to produce the safest and best quality Angus beef possible for their customer. This beef is grown locally on the best forage and feed available in the most humane way possible. The Foundation Farm is doing everything they can to produce an excellent beef eating experience for their customers. Please call for current prices and availability at 830-875-2438. Thanks for considering our product. L&S Mexican Restaurant is located on 310 East Pierce Street in Luling, Texas. L&S have a rotating daily breakfast and lunch specials. Steak ranchero tacos on Mondays from 5 to 11 a.m. And cheeseburger and fries combo with medium drink on Wednesdays from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Along with a full menu of the finest of Mexican foods. L&S offers great service with a family-friendly environment. So, grab the family and head on over to L&S Mexican Restaurant.
Here at Magnolia Mart, we proudly offer the Luling area unforgettable Mexican classics, including breakfast tacos, lunch tacos, and quesadillas. We use only the freshest ingredients to bring you authentic, unparalleled Mexican flavors. At Magnolia Mart, we have created a menu that is sure to make for an unforgettable dining experience. If you are looking for authentic Mexican flavors such as our birria taco plate special, we have on Fridays and Saturdays, you have come to the right place. Magnolia Mart is located at 702 East Houston Street. For an extra treat, when the Luling Eagles football team wins, you win. One free breakfast taco with up to 2 toppings on Saturday mornings, up until noontime. Go Eagles!
Good times with great people. We all have memories of sitting on the front porch with our parents and grandparents, surrounded by friends, having a good time. At Mom's Front Porch, we are recreating that atmosphere, where you can share a sweet treat or ice cream with the kids or grandbabies, or relax with friends over a cup of coffee. Our ever-changing menu includes everything you may need to start your day off with some good treats. We love spending time with our lovely guests and providing them with great food and environment that feels just like home. So come on over to Mom's Front Porch, we can't wait to welcome you into our own little world of happiness. Mom's Front Porch is located at 401 East Davis Street.
Come on down, Uncle Wiggly's in town. Hot and delicious, it's the best around. They got burgers and Bluebell and so much more. Retro wrestling and music, there's fun in store. So come on down to Uncle Wiggly's at our Luling store.
And we're back here on the Luling Eagle Sports broadcast. Eric Lugo with you today from Eagle High School Gym on the campus of Luling High School. About to get started with the third period here from Eagle High School Gym. If you're just joining us, this is Hondo versus Industrial. And Industrial Cobras looking to punch their ticket as Koenig lays it up and misses. Rebound by Lopez, and he scores. Looking to punch their ticket to the championship round, championship game this evening. And Rivera has it. Of course, the teams have switched sides. Now Hondo coming to the basket closest to us here. And Industrial going to the basket on the far end. Possession arrow changed at the inbound to start the period to Hondo. Hondo shoots a free throw. That's Alvarez. He misses. One more free throw coming. And misses. And they got a whistle. 7.5 minutes left here in the third period. Miss, rebound, and the whistle. Well, somehow clock started again, so I'll let it catch up here with the gym. Sykes with it for Industrial. So I got it caught back up here. So Koenig with a three and rebounded by Lopez, and then he gets blocked by Rivera. Layup is no good by Quintanilla. Coming the other way is Alexander. Over to Lopez. Lopez and lays it up and no good. Koenig with a follow. He misses. Lopez gets it back again, and it looked like he got fouled, and he did. That was Rivera. Number 23, not Alvarez, 3. Derek Rivera with that foul. And first free throw for Lopez is up and good. 6:51 left here in the third period. Free throw good as well there for Lopez. Rivera has it for Hondo. Gets it over to, got screened out. One of the players from Bloomington. I think that was Dilworth that screened me out. He's a pretty big guy. So anyway, back to action here. Quintanilla with it. And Quintanilla shoots a floater. It's no good. And the rebound loose. And Sykes comes up with it, gets it over to Koenig. And he tried to get it to Lopez, and Lopez was open, but couldn't quite get it there. Quintanilla ends up with it for Hondo over to Alvarez. Alvarez with a three, and that's no good. Koenig with a rebound for Industrial. Now up 35-20. Over to Alexander. And over to Koenig. Over to Lopez. Over to Sykes. And Warren back in. Over to Koenig. Alexander. Alexander drives in, misses. Rebounded by Rivera over to Barr. And then coming the other way is Lopez, and there's a whistle. And White, 23, with a foul. That's going to be Rivera. That's his second. So we're going to get a timeout. No, we're going to get some mass substitutions on both sides, looks like is what we're going to get. 21, Hunt will be inbound to the ball for the Cobras. Over to 3, McMullen, who's back in. Van Duren Fuller back in as well. And Franz, him with the ball there. And over to Hunt. McMullen. And knocked out of bounds. He's going to stay with the Cobras on the far end. 5:14 left in the third period. Three-pointer on the way, and that's good for McMullen for the Cobras. Coming the other way, and that was Garcia, and that's a good short jumper for him. Makes score 38-22. Knocked away, and that was 12 that came up with. I believe that's Garcia. Whistle. This was Alex Garcia, yes. So 5 will go to the line. That's Andrew Tapia for Hondo. We're at 4:49. I'm off by a second there. I'm going to back it up. Free throw's no good. Thanks again to Sebastian Gomez, the younger brother of Jaime, for running the camera for me today. Unfortunately, both of my helpers from yesterday, which was Mark Lube and Nicole Smith, both couldn't make it today. And there's a turnover, or actually not a turnover, it was just knocked away. And Cobras come up with the ball. Van Duren Fuller with it, lays it up and good. Makes the score 40-22. Oh, and a turnover. Van Duren Fuller comes up with that one as well. Over to Hunt. Back to Van Duren Fuller. Back to McMullen. McMullen with it. Over to Franz. And over to 21 Hunt. 13 Van Duren Fuller drives in and scores. Van Duren Fuller with the last couple of baskets for his team, the Cobras, and gives them a 20-point lead there. Again, much like Garden City earlier, well on their way to that championship game later this evening. So if it does end up that way, as there's a jumper, no good by Sanchez, number 20. And Coop coming the other way. Here's the whistle. Sets up to be a pretty nice matchup later this evening between the Garden City Badgers and the Industrial Cobras. And that'll basically be for all the marbles in this tournament. Looking like Hondo's going to be heading to a 1-2 record. Free throw is good by Coop. Again, that's K-O-O-P, that last name. So I hope it's not mispronouncing his name, because it could be Cup. I could definitely see that. But for right now, I'm going with Coop. They may be sitting next to us here in a little while, and if I think about it, I will ask. Oh, we'd have a lane violation. That was pretty obvious there. You could see that the player got in the lane way too early. So 3:33 left here in the third period. Threes are wild here, as my friend Billy Cole would say. Billy Cole, longtime ball person here for football team, as that was Alvarez that scored. And ball inbounded, it's Riddle. Riddle misses. Rebounded, Quintanilla up to Tapia. Tapia with a short jumper is off the glass and good. Makes the score 43-26. Must not have hit it hard enough because it didn't take. Oh, actually, it's doing what it did yesterday, where I'm seeing something different on my end than you see on your end there. So, well, as long as it's right in front of you, that's the important part. And this is Riddle for Industrial. And shot is good. There's a whistle. We're going to get a timeout. So that was another bucket for Industrial, makes it 45-26. Now I'm right on my end as well as what you see there in front of you. 2:41 left here in the third period. There is a timeout. I didn't see who called it. Let's see. They both had 4, and it looks like now on the board it's down to 3 for the guest, which is Industrial. So Industrial must have called that timeout there. So Going to take it off the board. Takes them down to 3. And I just mentioned, and then 4 left for Hondo. So we do invite you to join us for the next game of this pod number 6. It'll be between the home team, the Luling Eagles, the host team, I guess I should say, and the Flatonia Bulldogs. And everything's running a little earlier now, so I'm assuming it's going to start around 1:15 or so, approximately. Between 1 and 1:15. It's about 12:28 Central Texas time right now. So this one was supposed to start at noon and obviously running ahead. And a rebound, there's going to be a whistle and a foul, and one of the Owls is going to head to the line. I didn't see which one. I think it's Quintanilla. No, actually, it wasn't him. It's 12, which is Garcia. Thought it was 10, but it was 12, actually. So he'll head to the line to shoot 2 free throws. First one is up and no good off the rim, the pack rim. 2:28 here left in the third period. Free throw up and no good, and there's a whistle. It's going to be a violation of some sort, it looked like. So coming the other way are the Cobras. Like I said, looking to punch their ticket to that championship game later on. Van Duren Fuller has it, and he throws it away, but actually ends up in the hands of his teammate McMullen, and then over to Hunt, over to Riddle. Riddle gets fouled on the arm. I could see that from here. So he'll go to the line at 2:10 left in the third period to add the 19-point lead. So as I mentioned, Industrial looking strong here, looking like they're going to finish it off, and as a first free throw's missed, and head to the championship game later on. Free throw is no good. Coming the other way are the Owls. Oh, and Schulte had it. He tripped, but Quintanilla fortunately got it back. But he misses on a runner. And then coming the other way is the Cobras. Riddle with it. Riddle goes up and misses off the rim, and Rivera comes up with it for the Owls. Gets it over to Alvarez. Alvarez with it. Down close to a minute and a half left here in the third period. And missed there as Rivera tried a spinner there and tried to make it and didn't do it. And McMullen comes the other way, gets it over to Van Duren Fuller. And moving it around, that was Hunt. Over to Riddle. Over to McMullen. McMullen with a scoop shot, a hook shot of sorts. It's no good. And coming the other way is Quintanilla over to Schulte. Schulte gets fouled. He's going to go to the line. 1 minute, 9 seconds left here in the third period. Again, Hondo trying to cut into this 19-point lead. Free throw up, no good. One more for Gavin Schulte. Free throw up and good. Score now 45-27, favor of Industrial. And this is Blackwell with the ball. Oh, and a steal by Alvarez. Nice steal by that young man. Lays it up and good. Pretty to both steal it and then glide into the basket and lay it up and good. Lopez with it for Industrial. Gets it over to Blackwell. Over to Galbraith. Galbraith over to Hunt. Hunt with it over to Lopez. Lopez dribbling it and guarded out there by Alvarez and 20. And there's a foul. 20 is Garcia, I believe. Sanchez. Gabriel Sanchez for Hondo. This is Galbraith going to the line, the number 20 for the Cobras. 23.9 left. So back it up to 24. Free throw is no good. Like Lopez Decker is coming in for Rivera. Free throw is off the rim, no good. Whistle. 22.9 left. And this is Quintanilla, another whistle. A lot of whistles here in the final stages of the third period. We're at 18.1. So I'll back it up to 18. Free throw is good by Quintanilla. Josiah Quintanilla for the Hondo Owls. Free throw up, and that's no good. Rebounded by Blackwell, number 30 for Industrial. Gets it over to Lopez. The final seconds here of the third period ticking off. Lopez drives in and misses. He gets his own rebound and then goes up and scores. Just before the end of the third period, it's up by Quintanilla. That's no good. So after the end of the three periods here, in game number 11 of the 2024 Luling Holiday Classic, your score is going to be the Industrial Cobras 47 and the Hondo Owls 30. Again, Industrial looking to punch their ticket to that championship game. They're one period away from doing that. So we're going to go and take a brief break here, run a commercial. Let's run the one for, I haven't run that one yet today, for the Foundation Farm. I might run it once earlier, but anyway, I'm going to run it again now. So stay tuned here on the Luling Eagle Sports broadcast.
The management and the staff of the Luling Foundation Farm are striving to produce the safest and best quality Angus beef possible for their customer. This beef is grown locally on the best forage and feed available in the most humane way possible. The Foundation Farm is doing everything they can to produce an excellent beef eating experience for their customers. Please call for current prices and availability at 830-875-2438. Thanks for considering our product.
And we're back here on the Luling Eagle Sports broadcast. Eric Lugo with you, along with my camera operator for today, Sebastian Gomez, the younger brother of Jaime Gomez. Speaking of Jaime Gomez, going to see him and his teammates in the next game. The Luling Eagles will take on the Flatonia Bulldogs. And Lopez comes up with the ball for Industrial as there's a miss by Hondo. Industrial now with the possession arrow. Koenig with it. Again, these Cobras, it's a period away from punching their ticket to, and that'll help them get there as Koenig scores to the championship game against Karn City later tonight. And Quintanilla misses. Flatonia 1-1 in the tournament. They defeated these Hondo Owls, and there's a score there by the Cobras again. Quintanilla with it, misses. Rebound by Lopez. Gets it over to Alexander, over to Koenig, over to Alexander again, over to Warren, and over to Lopez, who lays it up and good. So Cobras well on their way, and now they're up by 23, 53-30. And that's a three-pointer from Alvarez, no good. Rebounded by Koenig over to Lopez. The Cobras coming the other direction. Sykes was able to corral it in the corner, and they get it out to 10 Koenig, and then over to Alexander. Over to Lopez. Lopez lays it up and good. So the Cobras starting to pull away, and they're feeling that championship game this evening, tonight. The final game of the tournament, basically. And a miss there. And that was 5. That was Tapia that missed on a short jumper off the backboard. And Sykes has it, gets it over to Koenig. He thought about a 3, instead passed it to Lopez. There's a whistle. I don't think the shot's going to count because the foul was on the floor. 5 minutes, 30 seconds. Oh, and actually the clock is, let me let it just run down because it's the game clock here at the gym is ahead of mine, so I'll just let it keep running. Not sure what happened there, but could have been one of those. Sometimes if I hit the button twice, it stops and starts again really quickly. So Alexander with it. Over to Sykes. Over to Koenig, and then into Alexander. Alexander lays it up, and it's good. The Cobras pulling away, 57-30 now the score. And this is Alvarez. Gets it over to Schulte, back to Alvarez, and out front to Sanchez. Over to Rivera for a 3. It's in and out, no good. And rebound by the Cobras. Alexander with it and knocked away. And this is Alvarez, I'm sorry. He did score on that back bucket there. Koenig with the ball now and had it stolen by Schulte. Schulte coming the other direction, gets it over to Alvarez. He's going to lay it up, and it's good, and a foul, and one there. So makes the score. I must have had it on the wrong side. I have it as it's 59-32 is what it said. Maybe they put it on the wrong side. One of us did anyway. Saying 59-32, so let me go ahead and get that corrected. There's a miss on the free throw. And it rebounded, though, but that was Elizondo, I believe, for Hondo. Yes, it was Luis Elizondo. Ball inbounded. No, actually, I had it right. It's actually 57. Now they're showing 57-32 here on the board, so I'll go ahead and take it down to 57-32. Miss on a three-pointer. That was McMullen, I believe, on the three-pointer for Industrial. And this is Quintanilla for Hondo. He misses. Coop with a rebound and then trying to get it and go back up with it, and was in a crowd of people. 3:51 left here in the fourth period. Miss. And McMullen with it for the Cobras. Knocked away. Passed in. And Coop had it and was going to get fouled. At 3:23 left here in the fourth period. So we got Rivera that has fouled out for the Owls. So that'll be it for him in this particular contest. They will have one more later on. Free throw for Coop is up, and it's good. Makes the score 58-32 at 3:23 left in the fourth period. Free throw again is good by Coop. 59-32. That's what they had on the board earlier. Now it's official. And this is Alvarez with it. Over to Schulte. Oh, and a foul. Hard foul there. Hope that young man's okay. That was Benavidez that got fouled for Hondo. He appears to be okay. He got up. Then inbound the ball. Ball passed around. 15 with it for a three. That's Elizondo. And there's a whistle. 3 minutes straight up left in the fourth period. And we had a foul on Hondo there. That was number 3 with a foul. That was Alvarez. It's his third. 22 Coop with it, misses. Goes back up, misses again. Coming the other way is the, actually staying with him is Van Duren Fuller shoots it. He misses. And it's going to be a jump ball, I believe we're going to get here. Yes, it is. So the jump ball is going to stay on this end with the Cobras. So next one will be belong to the Owls. Before I forget, I'll go ahead and change it now. And a steal by Benavidez. Benavidez with it, gets it up to Tapia. Tapia with a jumper is good. Makes the score 59-34. And, we're going to get a whistle here as Alvarez stole the ball. The Industrial coach not too happy about something there. You know, it's a good coach there when he's getting on his team, even though they're ahead 25 points. Van Duren Fuller with it, lays it up, and good. Van Duren Fuller scores there for the Cobras. Owls coming the other way. That's Benavidez. He gets fouled, and he scores. So makes the score 61-36. But looking like it's going to be a little too late for the Owls. Looking like Industrial and Karn City this evening. And the free throw good for the Owls. This is Hunt with it over to Franz is back in. And knocked away from Riddle, who was also back in. Schulte gathers it in for Hondo. He gets fouled. But again, they're down 24 points, so long way to go to catch back up and not much time to get there. Exactly 1 minute and a half left in the fourth period of this game number 11 of the 2024 Luling Holiday Classic. We could conceivably have a three-way tie if the Eagles were to defeat the Bulldogs in the next game. The free throw is good for the Owls. Could have three teams at 1 and 2. There's a free throw good from Schulte, another one. Because Flatonia defeated Hondo. The only win for Hondo with this score holds up will be against Luling. And Flatonia, there's a whistle. Lost to Industrial yesterday. But they did defeat Luling. Actually, I'm sorry, they played Luling the next game. So they lost to Industrial, defeated Hondo. Like I said, that close game there at the second game of the tournament. Free throw is up and no good for Sanchez. So they said lost Industrial, defeated Hondo. So they're at 1-1 right now. The Eagles are at 0-2. And looking like the Owls are going to head to 1-2. In and out and back in. And the ball goes out of bounds off of Sykes, but it is going to stay with them at 1. Going to get a timeout here, or no? Let's see, no timeout. Now we're going to get a technical foul is what we're going to get, and I think it was on the bench of Industrial. I think he apparently not very happy with the officials officiating, so he was letting him know about it, and the official had about all he's going to take of it, and that's the result. So Gavin Schulte shooting a free throw is up and good. I have to say, I don't think he would have done that if this game was a whole lot closer. Free throw again from Schulte is good. Actually, 1:12 here left in the fourth period. So Alvarez with it. Over to Benavides. And over to Alvarez. And 21 Hunt with it for the Cobras. Over to Franz and then over to Blackwell. Missed, but then Franz gathers it back in and puts it up and good. Makes the score 63-42. 33 with it. Benavides for a three, and it's no good. Rebounded by Tapia, but he loses it, and it's a whistle. We're at 34.8 left in the fourth period. Looking like the Cobras are going to head to the championship game against the Karn City Badgers. And if you're going to look for that game, that'll be in Pod 8. Because it'll be the final game of the tournament. So the ball will be inbounded by the Cobras. There might have been a jump ball there. I'm not sure what it was. Cobras have the possession arrow now. The game's about to end, so I don't know that it much matters. And Sykes with it, spins, gets fouled at 8.2 left. 8 seconds, 8.2. So Sykes will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. First one's up and off the rim and no good. So if the Eagles can defeat Flatonia in the next game, then we'll have 3 teams at 1 and 2, and we'll have to determine based on point differential who's going to advance and miss. For that game, it will help if the Eagles would win and win by a lot. That would help them win any kind of point differential. And a layup is good at the horn.
Updated schedule.
Okay. So we got an updated schedule, hot off the press from Coach Chamness. That bucket did count from Hondo. That was Alvarez that scored it. So, but that is it. So the final score in this particular game number 11 here of the 2024 Luling Holiday Classic is going to be the Industrial Cobras 63, the Hondo Owls 44. So let me give you an updated schedule here. So it's at 2:45 we're going to have Luling and Bloomington. And then at 4:15 we're going to have Yoakum. Versus either Flatonia or Hondo. So depending on whether Flatonia wins or Flatonia loses. So, okay, and then at 5:45 we're going to have Industrial versus a Team B. So all this will be to be determined. So, and of course, this is after this game, right? We're going to play this game. Luling going to play back-to-back games, basically, is what it is. Okay. So, thank you, Coach Chamness, for that. So, there's an update for you. So, but we might be running a little ahead, so I'll let y'all know. It might work out right. No more Karn City and no more Prairie Lee. Okay, so Karn City made it to the championship round, but they're not going to get to play. Okay, so Karn City is they basically forfeit the championship game, I'm assuming, so they're going to be considered as finishing second. So, and then no more Prairie Lee either. Prairie Lee is done. They're not coming back, so that's why Luling is going to take on Bloomington. So, and that basically means back-to-back games, as I mentioned. So, stay tuned here. And probably what I'll do, even with that being the case, I'll still, after this game, switch to the next pod number 7. So, and we just may have like a 1-game pod instead of 2 games like we've had, so with all these changes, okay? So, stay tuned here on the Luling Eagles Sports Broadcast. We'll continue shortly with the host team, the Luling Eagles, taking on the Flatonia Bulldogs.
Nestled on the outskirts of Luling and Lockhart, is the beautiful and quaint chapel on Mayberry Hill. A tiny wedding chapel specializing in micro-weddings, vow renewals, officiant services, and as a photography venue. The chapel is both rustic and elegant, as it sits atop the wooded grounds of a private residence. Named after the homestead and hill it rests upon, the chapel features a cedar accent wall, stunning cedar slatted high ceilings, genuine hardwood floors, and beautifully restored stained glass windows. The Mayberrys are both ordained ministers and enjoy the opportunity to provide small, affordable and stress-free micro-wedding ceremonies, with a wide range of services and all-inclusive packages. Follow the chapel on social media or see their website at chapelonmayberryhill.net.
The management and the staff of the Luling Foundation Farm are striving to produce the safest and best quality Angus beef possible for their customer. This beef is grown locally on the best forage and feed available in the most humane way possible. The Foundation Farm is doing everything they can to produce an excellent beef eating experience for their customers. Please call for current prices and availability at 830-875-2438. Thanks for considering our product. L&S Mexican Restaurant is located on 310 East Pierce Street in Luling, Texas. L&S have a rotating daily breakfast and lunch specials. Steak ranchero tacos on Mondays from 5 to 11 a.m. And cheeseburger and fries combo with medium drink on Wednesdays from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Along with a full menu of the finest of Mexican foods. L&S offers great service with a family-friendly environment. So, grab the family and head on over to L&S Mexican Restaurant.
Here at Magnolia Mart, we proudly offer the Luling area unforgettable Mexican classics, including breakfast tacos, lunch tacos, and quesadillas. We use only the freshest ingredients to bring you authentic, unparalleled Mexican flavors. At Magnolia Mart, we have created a menu that is sure to make for an unforgettable dining experience. If you are looking for authentic Mexican flavors such as our birria taco plate special, we have on Fridays and Saturdays, you have come to the right place. Magnolia Mart is located at 702 East Houston Street. For an extra treat, when the Luling Eagles football team wins, you win. 1 free breakfast taco with up to 2 toppings on Saturday mornings, up until noontime. Go Eagles!
Good times with great people. We all have memories of sitting on the front porch with our parents and grandparents, surrounded by friends, having a good time. At Mom's Front Porch, we are recreating that atmosphere, where you can share a sweet treat or ice cream with the kids or grandbabies, or relax with friends over a cup of coffee. Our ever-changing menu includes everything you may need to start your day off with some good treats. We love spending time with our lovely guests and providing them with great food and environment that feels just like home. So come on over to Mom's Front Porch, we can't wait to welcome you into our own little world of happiness. Mom's Front Porch is located at 401 East Davis Street.
Come on down, Uncle Wiggly's in town. Hot and delicious, it's the best around. They got burgers and Bluebell and so much more. Retro wrestling and music, there's fun in store. So come on down to Uncle Wiggly's at our Luling store.
KJ's Embroidery is the place that can make your embroidery dreams a reality. If you're looking for embroidery work for business hats, shirts, or patches embroidered with your business logo, owner Randy Ellis can get you lined up. From a handful of items to bulk items, KJ's Embroidery is the one to call. Check them out on Facebook to stay up to date with all of their current work. If you would like to reach out to KJ's Embroidery for embroidery work done, you can send an email to kjsembroidery@gmail.com, or you can call them at 830-263-2447.
Welcome back to our continuing coverage here on the Luling Eagles Sports broadcast of the 2024 Luling Holiday Classic. This game will be between the Flatonia Bulldogs and the host team, the Luling Eagles. This is game number 12 of the tournament. So we did have some updates, breaking news. Both Prairie Lee and Karn City are done in the tournament. They're not going to be coming back. So I was told that because of that, Karn City is going to be awarded second place in the tournament. And so this game basically is going to actually it's been determined already that Eagles will play back-to-back games. They're going to play this game here, and then they're going to play the next game against Bloomington. So I'm assuming that's going to be considered basically the consolation, or maybe in this case fifth place, not necessarily seventh, since Prairie Lee is done and no longer going to play in the tournament. So, but as far as we are going to end up losing one game overall. So probably the championship game will just basically be a single game on that pod number 8. So I'll set this one down at the end of this game, and then pod 7 will basically be Luling versus Bloomington, and then depending on what happens in the game, and I figured that out. So if Flatonia wins here, they're going to take on Yoakum at 4:15 approximately. And if they lose, they're going to play Industrial at 5:45. So, and then depending on what Flatonia will depend on what Hondo does. So if Flatonia wins, they'll play Yoakum at 4:15, and Hondo would play Industrial at 5:45. But if Flatonia loses, then they play Industrial, and Hondo would play Yoakum at 4:15. So depending on what happens in this game, if Flatonia wins, they get Yoakum. If they lose, they get Industrial. So hope I got all that figured out. I'm trying to get it figured out myself. So looks like we're waiting on an official to get here too. That's why we haven't started yet. So there's one of the other officials that was here earlier. I think he said, "Hey, if you need me, I can go. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play." I think he's saying right here, the official right here in front of us. He's got his gear. Obviously, he worked the other games. So, are they calling you in? Yeah. I didn't want to yell that out of the headset, but yeah, the official, he's been working all morning pretty much, and they made the call to the bullpen, so I'm going in, coach. So that's what we're waiting on, is a second official, and apparently I don't know if apparently couldn't find his way here to Eagle High School gym, or ran into some vehicle trouble. Who knows? Anything could have happened. So, but the other official, fortunately, is still here. He was going to enjoy the action, and now he's going to. Oh, maybe I just have a rove. I don't know. I'm going to create a new word there. He might have just arrived, I should say. Right when he's putting his shirt on, he's trying to get ready to go. I guess now he says I don't have to worry about it. So, so the other official did make it here. So he just walked in. So we're about ready to go here from Eagle High School gym with Flatonia versus Luling. I need to get my roster for Flatonia. I don't remember all of them, so just like with the other ones, I do remember a few, but then the other ones I forget. So of course, the Eagles wearing their home white uniforms, gray numerals outlined in green, and then for Flatonia wearing their travel maroon and have white numerals on it, Flatonia and block lettering across the chest. Of course, Eagles have theirs in script lettering across the chest. And so there you go, my not so world famous Craigway impersonation there. And so, yeah, so that other official was needed after all. So he was ready to go, though. He said if they needed me, I was ready to go. So now he's just going to go ahead and make sure he's going to take off. So we're underway here, and a whistle right quick. And 1 second came off the clock. I'm going to do this again. Tip won by the Eagles. So that means that Flatonia will have the possession arrow first. Well, I'm assuming they're giving the possession arrow to the Eagles. Not quite sure why when they won the tip. So, but anyway, I'm not the official scorer there. I'm just doing following their lead basically. And that's green for Flatonia with the ball. Gets it over to Giese. Between Mark Lubin and I, we decided it was Giese and not Geese. So Giese is how you spell his last name. And the guys are down in front of me. I'm sorry. So if I miss some action, sorry about that. It's Industrial Cobras that are right down here in front of us. And 23 with it and throws it away. Goes out of bounds. Going to be turned over to the Eagles. 7:09 left here in the first period. Spencer with it for the Eagles over to Gomez. And over to Flores, over to Spencer, over to Flores. He thought about a three, didn't do it. Jaime Baker in, and over to Jaime Gomez. Over to Spencer. Over to Flores for a three, and that's good for Aiden Flores. three-pointer. I hit the wrong button. I hit the 2-point button, but that's okay. I got it corrected there. Just add a foul shot to it, and same thing. So Giese with the ball for Flatonia over to Green. Back to Giese. Over to 23. That's Savadra, and missed there. I didn't see who shot it. And our superintendent just made her way in, Aaron Warren. And Spencer with the ball. Gave it to Flores and got it back from Flores. And now inside to Kaimi Baker. Inside to Hanks. Hanks with it misses on a layup. And Giese coming the other way with it for Flatonia. And miss and rebounded by Jaime Gomez, the older brother of our camera operator right now, Sebastian. This is over to Flores, over to Spencer, back over to Flores, back over to Spencer, who lines up a three, and that's off the back of the rim and over it, and over the backboard, that is, and out of bounds. Green with it for Flatonia. Of course, these two teams faced off back on December 17th, about a week and a half ago, a little less than. And inside to, and that was blocked by Flores. That was Lopez with it. I'm sorry, Cruz. I always thought, I don't know, for yesterday I did the same thing. I was call that young man Lopez, but it's Cruz, number 24 for Flatonia. Wears the glasses. Pass in. And it was scored by, that was 23, Savadra. Flores with it for the Eagles, over to Spencer, back over to Flores, back to Spencer, inside to Baker. Oh, and it goes off the hands of Hanks. And it's going to be a turnover. Green coming the other way with it for the Bulldogs. Knocked out of bounds. We're at 4:53 left here in the first period. And when the teams faced off in the 17th, the Eagles had a lead late, but unfortunately couldn't hold it, and the Bulldogs ended up winning 53-50. Spencer gets a rebound on that missed three-pointer. So Eagles looking to avenge that loss. And the Eagles be pretty busy here. They have back-to-back games. Flores misses on a three. And this is the front end of it. Cruz comes up with it and gets it over to Green for Flatonia. Green driving into the lane. Lays it up, misses. Hanks rebounds for the Eagles. Gets it over to Jaime Gomez. Jaime Gomez with it and lines up a three. And that's good for Jaime Gomez. Makes the score 6-2. I missed the basket for the Bulldogs there somewhere along the way. I think it was, I did miss it a minute ago when I was looking down. That was Savadra's basket, if I remember correctly. And there's going to be a foul there on the Eagles. It is white. I didn't hear the number. It was Kaimi Baker, apparently, number 3. It's his first foul. First free throw is up and good from no good, I'm sorry, from Giese. So score still 6-2 in favor of the Eagles. Second free throw is up and off the rim and no good. So 2 misses there for Giese for the Bulldogs. Bringing it the other way is Spencer, over to Gomez, over to Spencer, over to Flores. Spencer and Flores playing catch here. Inside to Hanks. Back out to Flores. Flores drives in and kicks it out to Gomez for a 3, and that's good. Jaime feeling it today so far. It's 2 3-pointers for him already. 6 quick points. Green with it for Flatonia. It's over to Giese. And a turnover. Gomez coming the other way over to Flores, over to Gomez, and that's a good bucket for the Eagles. And we're going to get a timeout here for Flatonia. and their coach is letting his players have it. So, and letting all the crowd, everyone here, know about it. So we're at 3:11 officially left here in the first period, and the Eagles with a strong start. Of course, they had strong starts yesterday too, but unfortunately they fizzled out at the end in both games, in the second half of both games, and so the Eagles ended up losing both, 76-61 to Hondo and 51-39 to Industrial. So hopefully that doesn't happen in this game, and they can hold on and win. And regardless of what happens, they're going to take on the Bloomington Bobcats in the next game. So we're heading back to action here momentarily. 3:11 left here in the second period. Ball inbounded. Green with it. Shoots a three-pointer, misses everything. Rebound by Spencer for the Eagles. Spencer with it. Over to Gomez and back to Spencer. Back to Flores, who a long three, and that's no good off the back of the rim, but rebounded by Jaime. Jaime with it, looking for another three. He's feeling it right now. Over to Spencer. Spencer shoots a three, and he scores. Brayson Spencer for the Eagles. Green coming the other way with it for Flatonia. Gets it over to Giese. Giese inside to Anderson, who just checked in, and he misses on that short jumper. Rebounded by Hanks for the Eagles. Spencer coming the other way with it for the Eagles and gets it over to Flores. Back to Spencer. Spencer going to line up another three. I thought instead Jaime Gomez lines up a three, and that's off the front of the rim this time. Hanks fighting for the rebound, didn't get it. Goes out of bounds off of Flatonia, number 4. That was Perez, C. Perez, C like Chris. And again, I don't have the first names. I'm not assuming that's his first name. I'm just giving you, like I said earlier, in the prior pods, I'm trying to say, sorry, an example. So Spencer with it for the Eagles, over to Flores. Flores with a three, and that's no good. Rebounded by Perez, the aforementioned Perez, and gets it up to Green and over to Giese. Giese shoots it, misses, and it gets knocked away. He was trying to go back up with it. Anderson with it. We're going to get a jump ball. At a minute 37 left here in the thought I'd stopped the clock, and it apparently didn't stop. I'm just going to let it stay still there until we catch back up. Flatonia on the jump ball gets it. See, I think I had it right to begin with, but the scores table is not changing the arrow over there. And that's a three-pointer by Savadra, and it's good. Spencer with it for the Eagles. Score now 14-5. Ball Cantu is in for the Eagles. He misses on that runner. Flores misses. Knocked back out to Spencer. Spencer with it and shoots it. Has it blocked by Perez. And over to Anderson, over to Giese. But Giese was out front of him, and goes out of bounds. We're at 55 seconds left here in the, go ahead and get it down to there. 55.0, right at 55. Green with it. Over to 23, that's Savadra. And miss on the runner. I think that was Bettis that missed on that runner, number 4. Flores with it for the Eagles. Over to Gomez. Gomez clear across court and try to get it to get it to Spencer, and they try to get it to Cantu, and goes out of bounds. We're at 30.6 left here in the first period. Samuelson will check in for Flores. The final 30 seconds of the first period at least. Ball inbounded. Giese with it. And Giese gets it back from Perez, and Giese with a runner is good. Makes the score 14-7. See if the Eagles hold for the final shot here. Most likely they will. Gomez with it. Over to Spencer. Spencer over to Kaimi Baker and misses. And rebounded by 23, Savadra. Up to Anderson, up to Giese. And a layup, is that going to count? No, came too late. So that is the end of the first period. So he did not get rid of it out of his hand before the end of the period. So your score here is your Luling Eagles, home team here, Luling Eagles 14, and the Flatonia Bulldogs 7. So stay tuned here for the second period. Back here shortly. Going to run a commercial right now for the Luling Foundation. Stay tuned on the Luling Eagles Sports Broadcast.
The management and the staff of the Luling Foundation Farm are striving to produce the safest and best quality Angus beef possible for their customer. This beef is grown locally on the best forage and feed available in the most humane way possible. The Foundation Farm is doing everything they can to produce an excellent beef eating experience for their customers. Please call for current prices and availability at 830-875-2438. Thanks for considering our product.
And we're back here on the Luling Eagles Sports Broadcast. Eric Lugo with you this afternoon from Eagle High School Gym on the campus of Luling High School. The host team, the Luling Eagles, will be playing back-to-back games. This one here is against the Flatonia Bulldogs to wrap up the pool play, Pool A. And then they will play again. We had a couple of teams say they've had enough. Unfortunately, one of them was the Corn City Badgers that went 3-0 and then now won't be able to play for the championship. So Luling will play Bloomington in the next game, but right now taking on Flatonia, trying to win this one. Spencer with it. Gets it over to Flores. Over to Gomez for a three, wide open, and he hits it. Jaime Gomez for 3 points for the Eagles. Bulldogs have the possession arrow now as of the beginning of the second period. Giese with it. Over to Green. Green over to Giese. And taken away by Spencer. Over to Flores. And layup is good. I believe we're going to get a foul on that as well as Aiden Flores scores. Let's see who the foul was on for Flatonia. It was number 12. That's Anderson. So that's his first. So this is Flores going to the line for the Eagles. Free throw is good. Ball inbounded to Green for Flatonia. Over to 21 and then over to 12 Anderson. 21 is Ramirez for Industrial. I'm sorry, Flatonia. I kind of wonder when I do that. They're both maroon teams, so maroon and white. At least I went this long without doing it. And a turnover, Gomez with it. Gets it over to Cade Samuelson, over to Flores. Flores over to Gomez. Gomez over to Spencer in the corner. Over to Flores. Flores with it. And inside to Baker. Baker got fouled. No good on the shot, but he did get fouled. 6:44 left in the second period. Kaimi Baker going to the line for the Eagles. And again, good start for the Eagles in this contest. But again, like I mentioned yesterday, they had good starts in the two contests from yesterday and ended up losing both of them. Kaimi Baker is good on that first free throw. Hopefully it'll be a little different this time. Free throw there. I think that one didn't count, though, because I believe it was a lane violation. Or are they counting it? They put the point on the board, so, but I thought the official had said it was a lane violation. But I'm going to go ahead and mark it right now. So, oh, actually, no, they did take it off now. See, I thought that's what I saw. So, But they had put it on the board, but they took it back off. So Eagles up by 14, 21-7. 13 with the ball. That's Perez. The other Perez. There's two Perez on the team. Z, as in Zeke. And again, I'm not sure that that's his first name. I don't have the first names, but the letter Z. And Gomez he laid it up, but he missed. He got a good pass there from Flores, so Flores misses out on an assist. And that was Green coming the other way, and he got fouled. I think that might have been Samuelson that drew the foul there. Committed the foul, let me say. Yes, it was Samuelson. That's his second. Free throw up and off the back of the rim and no good. One more and Samuelson comes out. Hanks comes back in. Free throw up and off the rim and then good. So free throw for the Bulldogs makes it 21-8. Jaime Baker with it. Oh, and turns it over. And actually back to Spencer. Perez had the ball. Z Perez had the ball for Latonia, then turned it over. Hanks got it over to Flores, over to Jaime Baker, and he misses. And Hanks goes back up with it, got the rebound. He missed. A lot of bodies there, a lot of collisions. And the jumper, Flores somehow ended up with the ball out of all that crowd and got a short jumper and scored. 13 with it, Perez. And knocked away, stolen by Spencer. Gets it up to Gomez. Gomez with a layup is good. Makes the score 25-8 in favor of Luling. And this is Perez over to Green, over to Cruz. And over there to Savadra in the corner. Knocked away. And looked like Antonio inbounded. That was Perez. And Green's going to line up a three, and that's in and out, no good. Rebound fought for. Cruz comes up with it and goes up and scores. 25-10. Spencer with it for the Eagles. Oh, and Flores was not looking for the ball, and it went right off his. I think he might have been trying to set up a play on offense, and the Bulldogs come the other way with it. Green goes up with it, and he gets fouled. I think that was Flores on that foul. Let's see. They haven't updated the board yet. There it is now, and it was Flores. It's his first. So Green goes to the line to shoot two. First one is up, and it's good. 25-11. Eagles still with a 14-point lead. But turnover there is, like I said, Flores was not looking for the ball. Free throw is good there as well. Spencer had it, got it over to Flores. Over to Cantus back in, back to Gomez, over to Flores. Flores shoots a three, and in and out, no good. Beautiful looking shot, but just didn't go down. Green with it for, as he's guarded there by Cantu. 5 on a 5 there. 10 with it. Ten is Aguilon for the Bulldogs. He has it now. Over to Perez. Perez dribbling it out front, guarded by Flores, and gets loose, and Cantu comes up with it for the Eagles. Down under 4 minutes now left here in the second period. Flores over to Hanks, over to Gomez. Gomez lines up a three, and it's off the rim, no good. Rebounded. Perez comes up with it for the Bulldogs. Knocked away by Gomez, and still loose. And that's 21 Ramirez, and it's going to end up with a jump ball. And the jump ball is going to go the way of the Bulldogs, I believe. Yeah, it is. It's Giesi's going to be inbounding it, so the possession arrow will go back to Luling, the next one. And miss there. And Spencer over to Flores. Flores with it. shoots it, misses it, but he does get fouled at 3:29 left here in the second period. Flores will go to the line to shoot 2. The foul was on Ramirez, 21. That's his first. Free throw up and no good for Aiden Flores. One more coming for Flores. And that one is off the rim and bounces around and falls through. 26-12 now. The Eagles leading by 14. GC with it. And gets it over to somehow, and then he loses it, Green, but he does get it back right before it goes out of bounds. And miss, and Cantu comes up with it for the Eagles. Gets it over to Jaime Gomez coming the other way, right at about 3 minutes left here in the second period. Gomez with it. Gomez lines up a 3, and that one is good. He missed his last couple, but he didn't miss on that one. Jaime Gomez for your Eagles. 3-pointer. This is, after all, the Luling Eagles sports broadcast. So if I say your Eagles, I guess that's understandable. I hope, anyway. Ramirez, 21, going to the line for Flatonia. And that's off the backboard and in. Makes the score 29-13. We're at 2:48 officially left here in the second period. And off the backboard there as well, but that one instead did not go in. And Cantu will be inbounding the ball for your Eagles. Spencer with it. Over to Jaime Gomez. Over to Spencer. And kicked. And 15 checked in for the Eagles. Ball being inbounded. Back to 15. I have to check with, I'll check with Sebastian in a minute. I'm sure he knows who that is. Spencer over to Hanks. Hanks misses. Over to Gomez. Over to Spencer, or Brad, if you're listening, watching, let me know who number 15 is for us, for Luling. Then in on a short jumper off the backboard by Ramirez. Spencer with it for the Eagles, over to Gomez. Over to Cantu with a reverse layup is good for Gary Cantu. 31-15 now. I know Gary's family was here yesterday. I think they may be down there right there behind the bench. And missed there by Ramirez. And the rebound, I think Cantu got that rebound, got it over to Spencer. Over to Gomez. Oh, and Spencer loses it to Green. It's going to be a whistle. And I think Green is going to draw the foul, and that foul's going to be on Spencer. Minute 31 left here in the second period. So right at a minute and a half pretty much. Again, the Eagles leading by 16, 31-15. And that loss about a week and a half ago, they only scored 50. They're already at 31. There's a free throw good by Green. Free throw good. Cantu trying to get it in and gets it into Gomez. Over to Spencer. Over to Gomez. Back to Cantu. Gomez. Over to Gomez. Gomez floater, no good. But goes out of bounds. Minute 13 left. Ball inbounded to 15. He's right in the corner shooting a 3, and no good off the rim. Rebound fought for. And Cantu comes away with it. Oh, and then he couldn't get it to his teammate. And Green's going to come the other way and lay it up and score. Makes the score 31-19. Gomez coming the other way with it, down under a minute now left here in the second period. And again, the Eagles will play another game after this one. They're going to play the Bloomington Bobcats. Bloomington's here. And there's a whistle, and there's going to be a travel. And the turnover there on the Eagles. 44.6 left here in the second period. Ball inbounded. This is Green with it, over to Giese. Over to Aguilon, I believe that is, number 10. Yeah, it is. And knocked away, and Gomez comes up with it, gets it from Flores, lays it up, and it's good. Jaime Gomez for the Eagles. Giese coming the other way with it. Down to the final seconds here in the second period. Oh, knocked away by Spencer. Good job there by Brayson Spencer to knock it away. 8.6 left. .23 with it, over to Aguilon, 10. Over to Green, who shoots a long three, and no good. And that's going to be the horn. That would have counted, I think. That was 23, Savadra. And we are at halftime here in game number 12 of the 2024 Luling Holiday Classic. And your score is going to be the Luling Eagles 33 and the Flatonia Bulldogs 19. So stay tuned here for the second half. We'll be back here shortly with that. And until then, enjoy some more commercials. And stay tuned here on the Luling Eagles Sports Broadcast.
KJ's Embroidery is the place that can make your embroidery dreams a reality. If you're looking for embroidery work for business hats, shirts, or patches embroidered with your business logo, owner Randy Ellis can get you lined up. From a handful of items to bulk items, KJ's Embroidery is the one to call. Check them out on Facebook to stay up to date with all of their current work. If you would like to reach out to KJ's Embroidery for embroidery work done, you can send an email to kjsembroidery@gmail.com, or you can call them at 830-263-2447.
Nestled on the outskirts of Luling and Lockhart is the beautiful and quaint chapel on Mayberry Hill. A tiny wedding chapel specializing in micro-weddings, vow renewals, officiant services, and as a photography venue. The chapel is both rustic and elegant, as it sits atop the wooded grounds of a private residence. Named after the homestead and hill it rests upon, the chapel features a cedar accent wall, stunning cedar slatted high ceilings, genuine hardwood floors, and beautifully restored stained glass windows. The Mayberrys are both ordained ministers and enjoy the opportunity to provide small, affordable and stress-free micro-wedding ceremonies, with a wide range of services and all-inclusive packages. Follow the chapel on social media or see their website at chapelonmayberryhill.net.
The management and the staff of the Luling Foundation Farm are striving to produce the safest and best quality Angus beef possible for their customer. This beef is grown locally on the best forage and feed available in the most humane way possible. The Foundation Farm is doing everything they can to produce an excellent beef eating experience for their customers. Please call for current prices and availability at 830-875-2438. Thanks for considering our product. L&S Mexican Restaurant is located on 310 East Pierce Street in Luling, Texas. L&S have a rotating daily breakfast and lunch specials. Steak ranchero tacos on Mondays from 5 to 11 a.m. And cheeseburger and fries combo with medium drink on Wednesdays from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Along with a full menu of the finest of Mexican foods. L&S offers great service with a family-friendly environment. So, grab the family and head on over to L&S Mexican Restaurant.
Here at Magnolia Mart, we proudly offer the Luling area unforgettable Mexican classics, including breakfast tacos, lunch tacos, and quesadillas. We use only the freshest ingredients to bring you authentic, unparalleled Mexican flavors. At Magnolia Mart, we have created a menu that is sure to make for an unforgettable dining experience. If you are looking for authentic Mexican flavors such as our birria taco plate special we have on Fridays and Saturdays, you have come to the right place. Magnolia Mart is located at 702 East Houston Street. For an extra treat, when the Luling Eagles football team wins, you win. One free breakfast taco with up to 2 toppings on Saturday mornings up until noontime. Go Eagles!
Good times with great people. We all have memories of sitting on the front porch with our parents and grandparents, surrounded by friends, having a good time. At Mom's Front Porch, we are recreating that atmosphere, where you can share a sweet treat or ice cream with the kids or grandbabies, or relax with friends over a cup of coffee. Our ever-changing menu includes everything you may need to start your day off with some good treats. We love spending time with our lovely guests and providing them with great food and environment that feels just like home. So come on over to Mom's Front Porch. We can't wait to welcome you into our own little world of happiness. Mom's Front Porch is located at 401 East Davis Street.
Come on down, Uncle Wiggly's in town. Hot and delicious, it's the best around. They got burgers and Bluebell and so much more. Retro wrestling and music, there's fun in store. So come on down to Uncle Wiggly's at our Luling store.
And we're back here for the second half of this contest between the Flatonia Bulldogs and the host team, the Luling Eagles, the 2024 Luling Holiday Classic. Game number 12. Because we lost Karn City and Prairie Lee, there's one game eliminated, so there'll be 15 games total at the end instead of 16. Spencer with it. Over to Baker, so the pot 8 will basically just be the championship game. Baker misses. Rebound by Green for Flatonia, gets it over to Giese, over to Green, and Green throws it up and misses. He gets it back as rebound somehow, gets it over to Giese. Giese with it with a floater, it's good. So first 2 points of the second half belong to the Bulldogs, and they have the possession arrow. Jaime with it. Over to Aiden Flores. Over to Baker. It's inside. He misses. And again gets it back. I think it's going to go out off of him. Let's see. Actually, no, they're calling it off of 23, Savadra. So the Eagles will have the ball. So he's going to put the ball down and start counting. I know Brad Wright would love that. Said, we're going to put it down. Gomez with a 3. It's no good. Like, if you're not here to inbound it, I'm going to put it down and start counting. That's pretty much what he did. Giese for a 3. That's no good. Rebounded by Green. And there's a whistle and a foul. We're at 6:53 left here in the third period. So hopefully the Eagles don't repeat the 2 games from yesterday where they fell apart basically in the second half of both games. Missed free throw there by Green. Looks like Cantu and Samuelson will check back in. Hanks comes out and Baker. So warning given to Kaimi Baker. He must have said something on his way off the court. So free throw is good. I'm starting the clock a little early. Not really started. There we go. Wasn't even letting them inbound the ball. Flores with it. Flores gets it over to Spencer. Over to Flores. Over to Gomez and now to Flores. And ball goes off of a foot. .633 left here in the third period. Spencer with it to Gomez, back to Spencer, back to Gomez, back to Spencer, over to Cantu, over to Gomez, who's thought about a 3, changed his mind, instead shot a 2, and he sinks it. That's Jaime Gomez for the Luling Eagles. Green with it. Over to Giese. Over to Savadra. Green. Savadra again. Over to Perez. And back to Green, who shoots a 3 and sinks it. 35-24 now. Eagles still in the lead. Throw it away, and Gomez comes up with it, gets it back to Flores, over to Cantu, swinging it around, Gomez, and then Spencer, now to Samuelson, back to Spencer, back to Gomez, over to Flores. Flores with a layup is good. Aiden Flores for the Eagles. Makes the score 37, says 37-25. Must have missed a free throw somewhere along the way. Savadra with a 3, and that's off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Samuelson for the Eagles, coming the other way. Gets it over to Gomez. Gomez with a layup is good. Jaime Gomez, and that's a timeout. Another timeout called by the Flatonia Bulldogs. They're the only one that called a timeout in the first half. So another timeout for them. Take it off their tally. Takes them down to 3. And the Eagles have all 5 of theirs still left. We're at 5:02 left here in the third period, and the Eagles leading 39-25. Like I said, I missed a point. I had it at 24, but somewhere along the way I missed a free throw, I guess. So 39-25, that's the official board here at the Eagle High School gym. Officially the score on the scoreboard, I guess let me say it that way. So we do want to thank everyone for joining us today and all tournament long, the last couple of days, day and a half or so far. We've got a little bit more to go. So if you didn't join us earlier, got news that Karn City and Prairie Lea are both done with this tournament, even though they both had one more game left. So I was told that Karn City was declared the second place winner. I was told by Coach Colby Chamness. And so we'll determine the rest of the positions. I would assume that the consolation will be the next game, which is Luling playing as well against Bloomington. Bloomington here waiting in the wings to the left of us over here. Green with it. Over to 10, that's Agalon. Over to Giese, back to Agalon, back to Green. Green shoots a three-pointer, no good. Rebound, and Gary Cantu comes up with it. Giese was in there for Flatonia as well, but he didn't get it. Flores tried to get it to Samuelson. Samuelson gets it to Spencer. Spencer shoots a 3, and it misses. Rebound by Green for the Bulldogs. Going the other way, and he's going to draw a foul. I think that was Cantu with that foul. Or actually, it looks like maybe it was Flores. Yeah, it was. That's Aiden's second. So Green will go to the line to shoot free throws. 4:27 left in the third period. First free throw is up and good from Green. Miss. Spencer with it. It's it over to Flores. Over to Samuelson. Samuelson with a floater is good. Have several of the Luling coaches here rooting the Eagles on. So got Coach Gillis down there, Alexander Gillis. Got Coach Jorge Munoz, and a steal by Jaime in a bucket. And we got our head man down there as well. Head coach and athletic director Jeremiah Granado. They're all there watching in the corner. Green with it. Over to Giese. Over to Green. Back to Giese. Giese out front. Over to Aguilon. Aguilon with it. Giese drove in, miss. And then Ramirez goes back up. He misses. And I think that was Samuelson that came up with the ball. Get over to Jaime. Over to Brayson Spencer. Back over to Jaime. He thought about three, changed his mind, and passed it to Flores. Over to Samuelson. Another floater for Cade Samuelson is good. Makes the score 45-26. Oh, I didn't ever start the clock. I knew eventually that would catch up to me. It was about a minute off. Let me go ahead and take a minute off the time there. It'll be a little closer to correct now. Cantu with it. Over to Flores. Flores misses twice. And another, he goes up again. Got 2 rebounds there, Flores. Get a little frustrated he couldn't finish, but he does draw a foul. Foul was on Ramirez, 21. That's his second for Flatonia. Got 2:52. Yeah, with that taking that minute off, it helped me catch the clock back up. And miss. Oh, and actually not a miss. Hit off high off the rim and then went in. Aiden Flores with a three-pointer there for the Eagles. Makes the score 48-26. So the Eagles doing a lot better today than they did in the second half of the 2 games yesterday, at least so far. Aguilon with it over to Ramirez. Ramirez scores on a short jumper. Makes the score 48-28. Eagles still up by 20. As I mentioned, they only scored 50 a week and a half ago against this same team. And they may be at 50 right now. No, as Hanks misses, and there's a rebound by Anderson. So still got another little over a period to play. No, the Eagles are pretty frustrated by that loss about a week and a half ago to this Bulldog team. But, I thought to myself, I said, well, you'll get them again in the tournament, maybe avenge your loss. And so far it's looking like they're going to do that. 13 with it. That was Perez. Over to Ramirez. That's Z Perez at 13. And good shot there on the jumper by Ramirez for the Bulldogs. Spencer with it over to Gomez. Back over to Spencer. Back over to Gomez. Oh, and a 10-second call. I was wondering if Coach Brian Geiger got the timeout for the Eagles before the 10-second call because he was getting pretty close. So timeout there. First one by the Eagles. So it'll leave them with 4 left. And of course, the Bulldogs called a couple in the first half. They're left with 3. Timeouts are by the game, not by half. And each team gets 5. 3 of the 60-second variety, full timeouts are called, and 2 of the 30-second variety. And the coaches can use them however they want. Just signal it to the official, 60 or 30. If they touch their shoulders, that's the 30-second timeout. And usually if they stretch out their arms, that indicates the full timeout. So we're at a minute 51. My clock got ahead again a little bit, so I'm going to let it run back down and catch back up here with the clock at the gym. Three-pointer for Jaime is no good, and we're caught back up there, and there's a whistle. Right when I catch back up, the whistle happens. well, I should say the clock here at the gym catches up with the one in front of you that you see there. So we're at 1:42 left here in the third period. Hanks will go to the line. Shoot 2 free throws, try to match that 50 points from, like I said, about a week and a half ago, 9 days ago. And free throw is no good. Of course, Flatonia had 53 in that game, and they got a ways to go. They got 23 more points to make it to that area. And a free throw is good there by Hanks. Makes the score 49-30. This is Giese over to Green, back to Giese, back to Perez. Giese, Perez, Giese. Over to Ramirez. Jumper is good, just beyond the free throw line for Ramirez. Makes the score 49-32. Eagles up by 17. Oh, thrown away, maybe. Nope. Going to get a whistle here. Apparently it was a turnover. The ball's going to go over to the Bulldogs. 1:15 left in the third period. Looks like Hanks is going to come out. 15 is going to go back in. I forgot to ask Sebastian. I'll ask him at the third quarter, between third and fourth period break. Third, I should say, go back to saying quarter sometimes. But basketball, they're mostly known as periods. Green with it. And looking for an open man, didn't find one. 56.1 left here in the third period. Ball being bounded and turned over to the Eagles. Gomez and Spencer passing it back and forth. Gomez inbounded it over to 15. 15 over to Spencer, over to Samuelson for a three, and that's good for Cade Samuelson, that lefty stroke. We know it well from, or at least I do, from baseball. He throws lefty in baseball. Pitches, he's one of our pitchers. A miss there by Anderson for Flatonia, and Spencer coming the other way with it. Over to Gomez. I mean, just in front of the three-point line, misses. Rebound by Flores, and I think he got hit on the head. Then no foul called, and he missed. So Green with it over to Ramirez, and that's going to be good. Good pass there by that young man. Green on the assist there to find Ramirez. Steal there by Perez, and that is going to be the end of the third period as the steal happened there, but the shot missed. So your score at the end of 3 periods in game number 12 of the 2024 Luling Holiday Classic, the Luling Eagles 52 and the Flatonia Bulldogs 34. So stay tuned here for the final period. And in the meantime, we'll go ahead and give you a commercial here. We'll go ahead and run the one again for L&S Restaurant. Just a reminder, they are closed now for the holidays until a week from yesterday, January 2nd. They'll be back open to serve you at that time. So I'm sure they would appreciate your business, so stay tuned.
L&S Mexican Restaurant is located on 310 East Pierce Street in Luling, Texas. L&S have a rotating daily breakfast and lunch specials. Steak ranchero tacos on Mondays from 5 to 11 a.m. And cheeseburger and fries combo with medium drink on Wednesdays from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Along with a full menu of the finest of Mexican foods. L&S offers great service with a family-friendly environment. So, grab the family and head on over to L&S Mexican Restaurant.
And we're back here for the final period of this game. Ball inbounded. Four with it for Flatonia. There's a whistle. Possession arrow flip back to Luling at the beginning of the fourth period. And knocked away. Flatonia does come up with it. Green has it. Green drives into the lane, and he misses on a scoop shot. And we're going to get a jump ball right away. So the Eagles will have it on the alternating possession. So we'll go back to Flatonia after I just changed it. It's usually how it happens. Steal there by 4 for the, that's the other Perez, C. Perez for Flatonia. And the three-pointer by Green is off the rim, backboard, and back through. So it makes the score 52-37. Spencer with it. Gets it over to Gomez. Gomez drives in with a floater, and that's good for Jaime Gomez. Makes the score 54-37. Green over to Perez, over to 23, Savadra. And ball loose. Oh, good job there by Cade Samuelson to save it. And almost a travel. Instead, it's going to be a three-point attempt by Jaime, and it's good. And that was Spencer that did a good job there to keep from traveling, and then got it to Jaime for a three ball and put it in. Green with a three himself, and that's going to be good. Makes the score 57-40. Cantu with it. Oh, and Green going for a steal, and he's going to get it. And we're going to get a whistle, and that's going to be a foul on Cantu. .6:23 left here in the fourth period. Sorry, I wanted to go silent there for a second. I wanted to check with Sebastian. 15 for us is Jordan White, he said. So I never heard from Brad's, at least I saw. So, and a miss there by Giese for Flatonia. And the ball in the hands of Gomez. He shoots it right at the free throw line, misses, but Cade Samuelson gets it back. I muted it for a second, Brad. That's why we lost it. I didn't hear from you. I was asking what number 15 was for us. I was checking with Sebastian. So I got it in name. It's Jordan White. So I didn't lose it. I muted it intentionally, so we didn't lose it. So we're unmuted now, though, so we should be back on. And free throw there from Hanks is good. One more free throw for Hanks. Score 58-41. Favor of the Eagles. And free throw is good. Another one for Hanks makes the score 59-41. And clock got a little ahead, so let me let it catch back up. Too much going on at once. Miss jumper there by Ramirez for Flatonia. There's going to be a travel. It's 5:35 left in the third period. Two with it, and that's Giese. Giese with it, and rebound by Hanks for the Eagles over to Flores. Up to Samuelson. Over to Gomez for a three. And that's off the back of the rim, no good for Jaime. And Samuelson tried to get the rebound and got out battled by Ramirez. And blocked there on Green by Flores for the Eagles. And Gomez with it. Gets it over to Flores for a three. And that's off the back of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Green for Flatonia. Got a lot of work to do still. They trail by 18 and a block by Flores. Good job there by Aiden on that block. So the aforementioned White's going to check back in as Green shoots a three-pointer. Number 15 for the Eagles. Anderson with it. And then over to Green. And the whistle. We're going to get a foul here. So the Cobras inbound the ball. Excuse me, the Bulldogs. I knew I was probably going to. There, they did it again. There's a whistle. We're going to get a timeout. And the timeout, I believe, was called by Flatonia. Yes, it was Flatonia, so it'll take them down to 2. So Eagles still have 4 left. So, again, Brad, you should have the audio back. I just muted it to check on 15. I didn't see your text until after I had checked with Sebastian here. Sebastian, the younger brother of Jaime Gomez, Sebastian Gomez. So we got it all straightened out. So text me again if you still don't have audio, but you should have it now. So score 59-43 in favor of the Bulldogs. Again, 4:29 left here in the fourth period. So 4 checking in for the Eagles. Another one that hasn't played much, so we did move up a couple of guys from JV. That's what Brad had said. Jaime Baker with it for the Eagles. Over to Gomez, over to 4, over to White. White, it hasn't knocked away. So Green with it for Flatonia. See if you can get me a name on 4, Brad, since you're listening now. No, you're listening. I just got your text. So 4 has the ball. Try to get it to Baker. Baker lost it, but he got it back. And then off of one of the Bulldog players and over to 4. And Gary Cantu back in. He has it now. And knocked away. And Jaime Gomez with it. And he's going to be called for a travel. 3 minutes, 30 seconds, 3.5 minutes left here in the fourth period. Of course, their coach did something that he didn't like. So 4 is Aiden Martinez, Brad says. A-I-D-E-N on the first name. Ball inbounded. Geesey over to Green, inside to Anderson. Oh, blocked by Baker, but then Ramirez got it back. Unfortunately, if you're an Eagle fan, and they put it back in. This is, is it going to be over and back, or what do we have here? Or did we get a timeout? Timeout, yes, we got a timeout by the Eagles. So that'll take 1 off their tally, and that should take them down to 3 left for the game. And, of course, again, I did it again. The Bulldogs have 2 left. Industrial will play later today. They're not here right now. They're not playing at the moment. But there's 2 Maroon teams. I'm starting to go back and forth between them now, unfortunately. But the Bulldogs are who's playing here against the Eagles, and the Eagles do lead by 14, 59-45. So got a timeout here, and we'll be back to action here momentarily. Coach Geiger coaching his team up there on the bench, along with Coach Colby Chamness. And again, reminder, the Eagles will play again. We're going to shut this pod down, but then we'll go to the next one, and they will play Bloomington in the next game. And that'll be pod 7 on your broadcasting there. And Then after that, depending on if Flatonia comes back and wins or if they lose, will determine where they play. If they lose, they'll play later in the evening, is my understanding. If they win, they'll play earlier. If they win, they'll play at 4:15. They lose, they play at 5:45. Giese over to Ramirez, and Ramirez had it knocked out of bounds. It's going to be a turnover, I believe. Yes, and Spencer is going to inbound for the Eagles. We've got several coming in for the Eagles. I think that that was Coach Geiger that was getting on to Baker there for the Eagles. Hanks misses. And rebound by Green for Flatonia. Over to Giese, over to Ramirez. Ramirez, and rebound there by Hanks. So the Eagles closing in on a victory here. First one in the tournament. Flores with it. Over to Spencer. Spencer drives in, and he's going to get called for a travel. Yes, he is. Coaches here, the Eagle, a lot of the coaching staff I mentioned that aren't coaching the basketball team are here. I mentioned earlier, got Coach Gillis down there, Coach Munoz, Coach Granado, all there. Three-pointer, and there's a stoppage, it's going to be a timeout. That was Giese on that three-pointer for Flatonia. Sorry, oh, the clock is going. Should be 2:09 left here in the fourth period. And another timeout by Flatonia. You can't take them with you, so they're taking them all, and they're just going to take them down to one left. So, and Luling still has three. Again, 2:09 left here in the fourth period. And if the Eagles can hold on here, and only 2 minutes and 9 seconds away from doing that, they will play again, regardless, the next game against Bloomington. And again, if Flatonia wins, Flatonia will play at 4:15 against Yoakum. If they lose, they'll play at 5:45 against Industrial. So right now it's looking like they're going to get Industrial unless they can make a comeback. Ball inbounded to Spencer, over to Flores. Flores with it, over to, and there's a turnover, and there's a whistle. Going to be a foul, I think, on Hanks there for the Eagles. So let's see. For Hanks, that's his fourth, so he's got to be careful. One more, and he'll be disqualified for this game. Ball inbounded. Giese bringing it up the floor, over to Green. Back to Giese. They don't have a lot of time to waste, do the Bulldogs. Giese over to 23, Savadra. Anderson and Green, and then Ramirez on a jumper right at the free throw line is no good. Rebounded by Gomez, gets it up to Spencer. So to see if the Eagles run clock here, or they're going to try to shoot again and increase their lead. Like they're going to run the clock as much as they can. They're spreading out. Gomez with it, over to Flores, over to Gomez, back to Flores. And Flores has it, gets it to Hanks. And knocked away, and Giese, Ramirez ended up with it, got it to Giese. Giese drives in, lays it up, no good. Rebound by Flores. Flores coming the other way with it for the Eagles. And over to Gomez. Again, let's see if the Eagles try to run clock here. Spencer with it. Gets it over to Hanks, over to Gomez. Back to Spencer. Down under a minute now left here in the fourth period. Over to Hanks. Hanks thought maybe Shot would shoot it, but instead he pulls it out. More important for the Eagles to run clock here. They got the lead. Samuelson with it inside to Hanks and back out to Flores. Eagles doing a good job of just killing clock here. Samuelson loses it. Instead, he's going to think maybe he was thinking about a shot there. Instead, he's going to go ahead and just pass it around again. And down at half a minute, Spencer thought about a shot there, and Flores with it. And Eagles pretty much draining the clock here, doing a really good job of doing that. Hanks with it over to Flores. Flores into Samuelson, and Samuelson could have shot it, but he just changed his mind and just trying to run the clock out here. And Eagles doing a really good job of that. Good to see. That may come in handy later. Samuelson shoots it and misses, but Green has it, and the clock is just about out. Three-pointer, no good, and that is it. So the final score here in this game number 12 of the 2024 Luling Holiday Classic is going to be the Luling Eagles 59 and the Flatonia Bulldogs 48. So it is official now. That means that Luling, they'll take on Bloomington in the next game. They'll play again. They just might as well just stay out there because they'll play again. We're going to go ahead and move over to Pod 7 for that. And then Yoakum will play, let's see, Flatonia lost, so they're going to play Industrial at 5:45. So Hondo will play Yoakum at 4:15. So the games are going to be Luling, Bloomington in that order, and then Yoakum, Hondo, and then Industrial, Flatonia. So if I'm understanding that correctly, so Flatonia lost, so they're team B, and that's what I see here, and then Hondo is going to be A. So like I said, Yoakum, Hondo, Luling, Bloomington, Yoakum, Hondo, Industrial, and Flatonia. So in that order, and that'll be the end of the tournament after that. So we're going to go ahead and shut this pod 6 down, and we'll move over to Pod 7. So we invite you to join us there. So until then, you have a great afternoon, and we'll see you here shortly on Pod number 7.